Hello and welcome, I'm Ian and this is the Young Filmmakers Project, the show where we take a look at all the talented, creative young filmmakers all across Vancouver Public Schools. On this episode, we have a great collection of ghost story films from Vancouver School of Arts and Academics. They're spooky, they're funny, they're very creative. This first one has a cat and some nuns. Check it out.
I killed my cat as a child. I just sort of went up to the roof and kind of... Oh, mommy, daddy, my cat fell off the roof. Yeah. That's what that was last night. How are we going to stop it? I have an idea.
Hello.
Hello. I'm calling about a dead cat, and I think you know who this is.
Sprinkles?
Yes, I'm calling about a dead cat, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Is this some kind of sick joke? My daughter doesn't need this kind of harassment. Don't you have something better to do, don't you? This call is traceable. I can get you both arrested. You punks need to learn some respect.
No, sorry.
I played football
My mistake.
in high school.
Wrong number. Hello. Terribly sorry to bother you, sir, but we have a situation with a ghost. A cat ghost. Oh. You came all the way out this way. Thank God.
Quiet! I've heard enough. I've decided to help you. For a price.
Very well.
Yes, this will do nicely.
What do we do now?
We wait. I'm going to the bathroom.
Go on, get out. Get out of here. Go on, get out.
Bad, is the ghost here?
Get out. Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Did it.
That's it then.
That's it.
Yep.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Want some breakfast?
Yeah, I can go for breakfast.
Careful, it's hot.
Oh, thank you.
Looks good. Well, I've got work to do. Thanks for breakfast.
Thank you.
Bye.
And we're joined with Ethan Grafton, one of the filmmakers of the film Cream. First of all, I really loved your movie. It's funny, it's creepy, it's weird, it's very kind of charming in its own kind of way. Where did you guys come up with this idea?
So the project prompt idea was to just make a ghost story, and we got the project idea the year before the year we made Cream, so it's a thing to think about over summer. And then my colleague Ethan Almain wrote the script over summer and then just came back to us, and it was kind of based more around this cat mask that I had. Instead of just coming up with like an idea and then just happening to have a cat mask, it was based more around of an inspiration of the cat head mask thing.
Well, how many cat masks do you have? Because I know you've done quite a few cat videos, films in the past.
Yeah, I have two now. I have one that's like this massive like helmet one, which is used more often, and then I now have a latex one, which was used for Cream.
Now, the latex one is creepy. Like the big helmet one is kind of cute and kind of funny. The latex one is creepy. Is that kind of, you think that's why this whole film took off?
Yeah, we tried both of the masks and we decided to go with the latex one just because it did look a little more creepy. And it looked funnier when the cat is like chasing through the hallways of the house when it's the latex one versus the big helmet.
Yeah. Um, what is it with you and cats?
I I don't know. I mean, I just the very first time I used the cat head, I brought it as a joke, not meaning to use it in any way because I brought an actual scary costume, but instead I had the cat one. And then the partner I was working with wanted to use the cat one, so that's why we used that. And then our Lock-in Overnight movie that had to do with the cat head that was the only prop we brought to school, and I had crashed my car the day before the lock-in, so we couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So we just put the head on and walked downtown with the camera rolling the whole time. And then this one, in my defense, wasn't my idea. It was Ethan Almain's that wanted to use the head again. So I guess it's just a running joke in MIA is
Right.
that cat mask.
And then who just has a bunch of nun outfits laying around?
Um, Ethan Almain's grandma handmade them for the movie shoot. I think she handmade the headdresses. I think, and then they went to Goodwill and got like graduation gowns or something like that for the bottom part.
That's pretty funny. So what was it like making this movie? It must have been kind of, were you guys just laughing the entire time?
It was in some scenes it was very hard to stay quiet. There was the end scene with the breakfast was the hardest one because he's cooking up Pop Tarts and it's such an awkward silence and like Death is stabbing the Pop Tart over and over and over again. So that was hard to stay quiet. And the scene where Death rubs the lotion or like the hand cream on one of the nuns' cheeks was also really hard to stay quiet. It was just like a fun shoot for the most part. The very first time we were shooting the scene with the telephone, we didn't really map out the room quite like we should have. So it took like the whole day trying to fix the lighting because of these massive windows that were behind us.
Right.
So as the sun kept going down, we had to keep changing the lighting, and that was rough. But overall it was a pretty fun shoot. So
The Pop-Tart scene, is that kind of like a callback to the Avengers movie at the end? Is that what that idea behind that? Or is that just you guys just did it not even thinking about it?
we did it without thinking about it. I didn't notice that until you just said something right now. And like the reason why we used Pop Tarts was just because we were trying to think of what an easy thing to make would be. And we were talking about eggs or like a sandwich or something. And then I brought up that we could use Pop Tarts in the pan, and that might be funny. It definitely worked out. We went through a whole like massive box of Pop Tarts because we kept having to reshoot over and over again because everyone kept laughing. Like that's why on the plate when he's bringing the Pop Tarts over, there's crumbs everywhere. It's because it goes off from all the other times we kept having to redo it.
That's funny. I just thought it was really charming. And have you guys tried submitting that film to anything, or like? There's a lot of different kind of horror film festivals in Portland that would probably love it. I don't. Have you guys thought about doing that?
I don't think it's ever really come up because we did re-edit the non-copyrighted version for you, but we didn't really think about submitting it anywhere else. So give it a shot though.
Maybe give it a shot. Maybe. But yeah, it's. I can't think of anything else. I just really enjoyed it. And are you thinking about making movies? I know we're in kind of like lockdown, stay at home. Have you thought about making movies currently? Are you inspired at all, or?
Yeah, I've been trying to make different movies. Like I made a how-to video for virtual reality here, and then I wanted to make like a scary like home video movie because those have always interested me. Like when you go on YouTube and there's all these like dark movies that have like hidden themes and everyone's talking about it, like what does all this stuff mean? That's what I would like to try and do. It is hard to think of something when all you have is here and like a phone.
Right.
So I've been thinking hard, and I've been thinking about making like a music video here too, but I don't know, I've just been bouncing around different ideas about what's possible here under like lockdown.
Right. Well, Ethan, thank you very much for joining me here on the show.
Having me.
I really enjoyed your film, and we're gonna check out the rest of VSAA's ghost story films. Check them out.
Goodbye, summer. Hello, school.
Today's the first day of school, which usually sucks, but this year's gonna be different. For starters, I got a smoking hot girlfriend over the summer. And I finally made friends with the cool kids. My class lineup is a thing of beauty. First period English with the most laid-back teacher ever. I get away with murder in that class. I'm 3 grades ahead in math. I might as well skip it this year. So all my classes are pretty cool and all, but I thought I'd prep you for third period, because it's by far the best class. It's my film class. I get to handle all this cool and expensive equipment while making these crazy movies with my friends. Gosh, you could say I have a lot to live for right now.
Do not be alarmed. Everything is perfectly alright. I'll explain everything. This is the afterlife. Don't panic, but you've died.
What?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bartholomew, but you can call me Barth. My job is to introduce new souls to the afterlife. Come with me to start your new existence.
What's behind that door?
I have to tell you what's behind that door, but trust me, you don't want to go through it. It's the door back to the living world. You'll go back to the morning you died, and you can change how you spent your last day. Listen, I know what you're thinking, and you can't do it. Time has decided that your life ends today, and time, like death, is a force against which there is no victory.
Sure. Whatever you say, Barth. Oh my gosh, look over there. I see what you're doing here. You want me to suffer. You're the Grim Reaper.
Actually, I'm much more forgiving than the Grim Reaper, and he's not even that bad once you get to know him.
Why am I here?
I told you, you died. Many times now.
Well, is there any way I can keep living? Probably sick of hearing that by now.
If you truly are ready, then maybe you should go through the loop one last time, just to say goodbye.
this life so easy, and you've died.
Who's there? Who are you?
I'm dying.
What do you mean you're dying? You've been here for years.
My leaves, they're falling one by one, slowly dying as winter approaches.
They'll be back. They'll always be back. You don't have to be sad.
But all my new precious leaves, they've only lived for so long. They will be gone forever.
I guess you can't really get back what's gone, can you? I've got class. I gotta go.
All right, class, so for the last week or so, we've been exploring the concept of father figures in literature. We've talked about the very obvious concepts, such as a father like Atticus Finch and his role and how he influences his own children in Scout and the other kids.
Hey, kid.
Yeah.
I was just digging through the attic just now, and I found this old pamphlet from an old program that I used to do. It taught me a lot about writing as a career. Maybe you might learn something?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that writing is a career for me. I think it's still just more of a hobby.
Well, I mean, maybe you'll find in there, something useful for you. I could read what you're working on right now. We could go out to breakfast or something.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
So let's not forget that your assignment is due next week, where you are basing a short story with a strong central father figure character. It needs to be a minimum of 3 pages long.
helping. You don't have to say goodbye yet.
It's okay. New leaves are going to come into my life, and the memories of my old leaves won't fade away.
Not ready to say goodbye. Say something! You were supposed to help me!
Well, that's a wrap on the Young Filmmakers Project. I want to thank all the students for submitting their films, and I want to thank you for watching, and remind you that you can find past episodes on our YouTube page, youtube.com/FanSDTV. Just look for the Young Filmmakers playlist. Until next time, I'm Ian.